Okay. Hello, everybody. My name's Otto Garza, Sarah's dad. Please bear with me because usually I'm kind of shy when it comes to talking before large groups. Where's Costa Rico? Hush. Where's Pat Hassel? Hush, Pat. Hush. Okay? Anyway. First, we would like to give thanks to God for a beautiful day, a beautiful ceremony, for blessing TJ and Sara, all of our families, and some very close friends that we have in attendance tonight. Former co-workers, rodeo committee volunteers. We truly are blessed to have all of y'all here. Every one of you here has somehow in some way touched our lives with our daughter Sara and TJ. So we give you thanks for all of that. We're blessed to have you. We're blessed to have our newest family and friends, Terry, Michelle, Lucy, and Tim. I would also like to thank our military personnel, past and present. I know we have some here tonight. Your service is very much appreciated. We have members of law enforcement and first responders with us tonight. Chief Blanchard, thank you very much for your attendance tonight, Chief. Chief Blanchard is from the Aransas Pass Police Department and TJ's boss. Okay. We have maybe some former officers from the Bexar County Sheriff Department as well that worked with TJ. And of course, Father Lopez had to leave early. He's the one that gave our ceremony at the church. He was our main presider and gave the blessing. He had to go back to Corpus Christi because that's where Sara met Father Lopez back at the Catholic Student Center in Corpus Christi A&M. And they became really close friends with him. And he traveled in all the way from there. And Sara met him in 2016, I think, right?
2015.
2015.
Close enough.
Yeah, close enough. And he even renewed our vows last year, our 40th wedding anniversary vows in Port Aransas, and he came out there to do that for us on the water, and there in Port Aransas. So he had to leave early, but we thank him for doing that for us. I want to acknowledge somebody very special to Elsa and I. There were two couples, but one of them couldn't make it here tonight. But they were young servicemen that met Elsa's mom and dad in Japan when Elsa's dad was stationed in Japan. They became very close friends, and when Elsa and I started dating, we got to know them, and they've been at every major event that we've had in our lives. And so they're very close to us. And like I said, one of the couples isn't here tonight, but I want to acknowledge Compadre Alanis. Alanis is here, Neva. Where are you? Compadre Alanis? Did he leave? No, there he is. There's Eva. There's Eva. And Compadre Ramirez weren't able to make it tonight because of a medical condition, but we love you very much, Compadre. Thank you very much for being with us tonight. Now, I really can't say that I've been waiting for this moment for the last 28 years because it's very overwhelming, believe it or not, the way I'm acting and talking. Can you tell I'm overwhelmed? I'm giving my daughter away. We're giving our daughter away. So it's hard to go ahead and say that, but I'm satisfied that she is marrying a great man. And I'm happy that you and TJ got together. And if I had to choose, I wouldn't choose anybody else, TJ. So thank you very much. And the reason why I say we haven't known TJ that long, don't take it wrong, but being in law enforcement, you know how it is working around schedules and shifts. So when we first met TJ, he was in the Bexar County Sheriff's Office. And we only met him a couple of times, so we really didn't socialize a lot. As a matter of fact, I know I'm going to embarrass TJ about it, but when he took us out to eat to ask for Sara's hand, I looked at him straight in the face that day when we were there eating. I go, I don't know you. Which is true, but it's not bad. You know, we have had a chance to socialize, and like I said, she's made a good choice, and I would not change anything about that at all. Sara has always been the type of person to find a good quality in everyone. Even when she was a little girl. It just blew me away, the amount of compassion that she had. And when she was old enough to really make friends in school, she would make best friends with everybody. She'd take them by the arm, help them, make them feel good. If a little girl was crying, she'd go ahead and comfort them all. So it didn't surprise me that she had that much in her to make friends. It didn't matter if the one child was popular or the other was too quiet. So she's so sensitive and made people feel like they've known her for years. But that was elementary school. When she started at Providence Catholic School in the 6th grade, she found out that relationships were challenging in an all-girls school. She actually was afraid of one little girl. She really was. She was a tough little girl, rough around the edges, and she had a mouth on her. Okay? Still does. Does she really? So Sara decided to, maybe she can become friends with her, be protected. But that girl turned out to be Megan Robles, who's our maid of honor tonight. Thank you, Megan. Thank you. So as school continued at Providence Catholic School, Sara excelled in volleyball and softball. That was junior high. High school, sophomore year. Dun, dun, dun. An outsider decided to come to Providence and challenge Sara in athletics. She was another tough girl. You know, she'll cut you. Yeah? South San Antonio. Right away, Sara found out she had a challenger. But was Sara's charm and all, she wore Tori down. So is Victoria Gonzalez? Thank you. As a matter of fact, I call her Toriana. Why I came up with the nickname Toriana for Victoria? You know what? It's stuck from back then to this day. So Toriana, Megan, thank you very much for being here with Sara tonight and TJ. I want to thank Megan, and not only Megan and Toriana, but her Tamu CC friends, Hannah, Carla, Leslie, and even one of TJ's roommates, Simona. Thank you for being here tonight, girls and guys, all you guys too. So I'm not surprised when Sara majored in health science at Texas A&M Corpus Christi and went into nursing. Her compassion for caring and helping people were a perfect fit for her. However, there are times when God gives us opportunities to reach deep down in our hearts to find our true passions and calling. It turned out that teaching was her gift from God. She completed 5 years at her alma mater, Providence Catholic School, as a junior high religion teacher. Now this fall, she'll begin a new chapter in her teaching career as a 6th grade science teacher at Rockport Fulton Middle School. Public school is going to be challenging, but we have no doubt she will excel once again as a teacher. So today, Sara and TJ, your family and friends surround you as you begin something new and marvelous. The Catholic Church teaches us that marriage between two baptized persons is a sacrament. Your relationship expresses in a unique way the unbreakable bond of love between Christ and his people. Be true to each other always. Share your joys and your burdens. Love a lot. Laugh aloud. Be each other's best friend. And when things don't go well, forgive each other as often as necessary. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, a toast to our daughter, Sara Elizabeth, and her husband, TJ. Mom and I, your brother, Joseph, give our wholehearted blessings. Sara was a gift from God, and I will always be grateful to have been given the honor and blessing. Now that's going to happen, what I didn't do earlier. I've been given the honor and blessing of being your dad. May God continue to bless you and TJ, keep both of you safe from any evil or harm. Everybody, cheers. Cheers.
Hello, everybody. I have 2 speeches, one for Sara and then one for my son, Terry. You can.
Bring it up.
Sara, to my daughter-in-law, we both love the same man. I love a man who, as a little boy, asked me to kiss him, fix him breakfast, and tuck him to bed at night. I cried at his struggles, rejoiced at his triumphs. I spent many sleepless nights wondering if I did everything I could to raise him, to be a loyal husband. You are the woman who found my little boy. He was the man you wanted to marry, the man whose life you wanted to share throughout eternity. For all the prayers I pray, you are truly the answer. For you love the man who is my son. For that I am so much more and will forever love you. And I have a gift for you to show, which shows the love of eternity forever.
Thank you.
Between you and I would like to toast for that. And I have another speech for myself, but let's toast for Sara. Terry Joseph, my son. I am so proud of you, and this day is also very special for me. For the day you were born, I knew you were special. Even as a toddler, you didn't crawl much, but one day, out of the blue, you started walking unexpectedly. You have always been determined, smart, and strong. After graduating high school, you wanted more excitement in your life and you joined the Army. That's when I noticed the real change of my little boy, transformed into a very mature and confident man, with even more determination and confidence. You put a lot of hard work and sacrifice mentally and physically at the Sheriff Academy and now the police force. Along the way, you met a special angel, Sara, who stole your heart. It was a perfect match for such a beautiful couple. She's like a daughter to me, and I have no doubt that she will love you, care for you, and be committed to you unconditionally. As a wife, should I love you both and wish you the best in long and successful marriage. I love you both, and may you all be blessed forever. Cheers.
Or the rings.
You got the rings?
I got the rings. All right, good evening, everybody. My name is Matthew. I'm Terry Joseph's best man, also his brother. Terry Joseph has many names: Mijo, Hija, Jody, Terry Joseph, Terry, TJ. But to me, he's my brother. No matter if he's blood or not. We met 13 years ago. Almost, no, not 13. What is it? 17, almost 18. Jeez, time. When my mom, Michelle, and Terry met, and I remember we went to, what was it, car show at the Alamo Dome, and I was like, who is this kid? You know, we're both like 13. I was like, nah, not for me. Very rebellious, and I was not having it. And of course, I was, you know, with my mom. I was like, no. But looking now, 17, almost 18 years later, he's a blessing. I don't know what I would do without him. He joined the military, and immediately, I mean, he's always been my hero, but at that moment, as Lucy said, I could tell a complete difference. And a few years after, I would then join the military where I'm currently serving, and that wouldn't be possible. It wouldn't have been a thing without Terry Joseph, and forever I'll be thankful for it. So with Terry Joseph, he's always wanted to be a cop, and he did was the cop program when we were in high school. Yeah, Police Explorers. So, yeah, Eric. So he did that in high school. It didn't work out after high school. He was trying to figure out what he wanted to do. He was working his butt off, and then he joined the military, which is great, and it set him up for success. And then a few years later, he finally was able to achieve his goal. And to me, it's amazing. Patience and perseverance, and that's Sara. That's what you're gonna need with him. I'm pretty sure you're learning that already. But I'm so proud of you, man. So proud of the man you turned out to be. I mean, I'm technically older than you by 5 months, but I mean, you're basically the older brother. With Sara. So, as I mentioned, I'm in the service. I currently live just north of London, so it was a bit of a long trip, and I haven't been home in like 2 years. So I haven't been able to meet Sara. I met Sara once actually. November 2020, we did like an early Christmas. And my first impression of Sara was, I turned the Spurs game on. And she did her introduction. She was like, yeah, nice to meet you, nice to meet you. And then she was watching the game, and I was like, so in any San Antonio wedding, go Spurs go. So I noticed I was taken aback. I was like, all right, this is the one. And Sara might not know this. TJ, you might know this, but me and Terry, after that day, I said, hey Terry, I'll give it a year before they're married. I bet you $100. I mean, I at least maybe 50. I was almost there. Catch me. Yeah, I get a break. But I just want to say thank you, Sara. The man he's turned out to be is in part due to you. And I know he's a pain in the butt. I've witnessed it for the last 18 years. Lucy, Terry, last 30 years. But I'm really blessed to call you my sister, and Joe, my brother. I love you guys. And the Garza family. We're family now. I love you all, and I hope you have a great night, everybody. So let's toast to TJ and Sara.
Well, I guess they saved the best for last. Hi guys, my name is Megan, and I am the maid of honor, if you haven't known. And Sara is not my best friend, she is my sister. This is all your fault. It's TJ's fault.
5 seconds.
I can.
Got it. I believe you.
Tissue? Anyone? Okay. No, it's not. It's waterproof.
Sorry, Mr. G's watching.
Sara came into my life like 16 years ago, and we met at Providence, and I came from a public school, and I was a bully, and Sara friended me, and I basically bullied her into being my friend. And now here we are. But honestly, we have so many memories together that I can't even, oh my God, we'll go into next week. But I know when Sara met TJ, I told my mom, before she even met TJ, I told my mom so many times, the next guy she meets, that's the one. I didn't bet any money on it, but I'll take $50 also. And that's exactly what happened. The first time I met TJ, instantly felt a connection with not just me and him, and like him and Sara, like the whole relationship. I just knew, and I knew he was gonna be a part of our family. I was like, I guess he can become it can be a trio. But I don't want to go on and on because I'll just cry. And I'm gonna cut it short because I want to dance. But honestly, I wish you guys just like a lifelong of happiness. Sarah, you're my best friend and my sister. And TJ, you are now part of our family. And we've made so many memories, just me and you. And I can't wait for the three of us to make, and Mike, to make so many more new memories in this next chapter. So everyone raise your glass. Cheers to Sarah and TJ. And the best speech of the night.
Hi, I'm Hannah. I'm Sarah's matron of honor. I just found out I was giving a speech while Megan was talking. So, I'm just kidding. Okay, I was gonna say just cheers to the happy couple, but I'll go a little bit longer, like 30 seconds. I love you so much, Sarah. I met Sarah about 10 years ago in college, and she has been the most steadfast person that I met since moving down to Corpus Christi, and I'm so grateful. I'm really sorry to your parents, but I'm really glad I get to have you back. So I can't wait to have you down there. TJ, I remember when we first met at Top Golf, I was like, I don't know about this guy, he's not talking very much. You started talking at some point, and you said good enough things, and I have loved getting to know you over the last while, and seeing you and Andy become great friends has also been great. Sarah always said that she really hoped that her future husband and my husband got along. Luckily they do, so we're here, and that's great. I love you guys very much, and I'm really sorry I did not have more than 30 seconds to prepare for this. So cheers to Sarah and TJ.
Okay, so to wrap up the toast, I just want to thank all of y'all for being here today, our family, our friends, our work family, college friends, high school friends, everyone in between. Thank y'all so much for joining us today and sharing our day and our love together. We could not have been here without y'all's thoughts, your prayers, everything y'all have done. So we're very grateful for y'all, and now let's party. So.